Hi guys, welcome back to High Yield Intraday Trading. I know it has been a long time since I was active on YouTube. My apologies for the same, and starting today I'll be active. Alright, so today the topic that we are going to discuss are some of the things that are the kings of the market. So who are the kings? The volume, the price action, and the order flow. These are the mere three things or three factors that actually move a stock. Okay, so today's topic is closely related to these major factors, and it is something that is called as tape reading. Some call it as time and sales window as well. Okay, so let me show you how it looks like. First, it looks something like this. Okay, so this is nothing but the times and sales window or the tape reading. I will explain what does it mean and what is the significance of all the data that we have here, okay, in this video. Alright, so to get back, the hard fact is we will not get this information on most of the brokers platform, okay, but we do get it on the third-party applications like AmiBroker or Ninja Trader and the stuffs that are similar to it. Okay, so we all know that we have many indicators and oscillators that can do the job for us. So basically everything works, but why people fail to make money is because they don't know where and how to use these things. Okay, at the same time, many of us do use tape data, okay, the tape reading, but we don't know how to read and interpret the tape readings. Okay, so that is exactly what I'm gonna brief in this video. So in order to understand it, let me divide the topics into few sections. Okay, so the first section is what is tape reading and what or you can say what is times and sales window, how do we read it, and the second part would be how to use the times and sales window. Okay, what are the components of the times and sales window. Okay, so it basically shows the detailed information about the trade, like the time of the trade, the price of the script, the size of the order that was placed, stuff like that. Okay, so basically I cannot go deep into the topic because it will extend the time of the video, but whatever information I'm giving here, that should be sufficient for you to understand and implement it in the live market. Okay, so the next part, how to use the times and sales window, how to use it. As mentioned earlier, the first thing is the order size. Okay, so there are two things inside the topic, how to use the time and sales window. The first is the order size and the second is the order speed. Okay, so coming on to the first thing, that is the order size. So you see the order size here and see some numbers like let me get back to the window here. Okay, so this is the window, and the last column that you see here with the numbers 1, 7, 2, 1, 2, 6, 4, 4, etc, etc. So this is nothing but the order size, that is how many shares are being traded at that particular time. Okay, so this shows how many shares are being traded. Now let's merge this information with the technicals that you might be using. Okay, let's take for example, you use pivot points in order to decide your entries and exits. Okay, so the indicator that you're using is pivot point. Okay, so let's say a script is moving and we are waiting for the point where the pivot line will be breached in the upward direction and we can take a long position. Okay, and eventually the script breaches the pivot line and closes above it. Now at this point, if you see the time and sales window, and if you see that some big order size is coming up, like the number will be around 200 or maybe 300 or even maybe 400, okay, in this column, in the last column. Okay, so if you see that the order size is around 200, 300 or 400, then you know that something big is going to happen and the people have interest in buying this share. Okay, so in that point of time, if you decide to go long, that would hold more chances of a winning trade. Okay, now the thing to note here is the number that I have mentioned, the 200, 300 and the 400. Okay, there is no hard and fast rule that the numbers has to be more than 200 or 300 or 400. Okay, the number can actually differ, and it actually depends. If you are a guy who follows tape reading on a regular basis, your eyes will be trained to read the data and you can make out very easily when the numbers are going big. So it all depends on how you use it, how frequently you use it, and how regularly you use it. Okay, similarly, coming on to the second component of how to use times and sales window, that is the order speed. When you see that the technicals are being met, okay, for you to go long, in this case the technical I'm talking about is the pivot line. Okay, so the stock has crossed the pivot line, it has breached the pivot line and has closed above the pivot line, so it is the time for you to go long. Okay, so when you see that the technicals are being met for you to go long, also in the order size, also if the order size is big, okay, you should also see the order speed. Normally the tape reading speeds up. Okay, this is an indication that the buyers are interested in the stock at that particular level, and it adds on to the chances of the stock to give a breakout in the upward direction or to move up with a decent speed. Okay, so let me do this. Let me put two windows side by side. That will be easier for you to understand actually. So this is the times and sales window, and let me take the example of one of the charts from Friday, that is Bajaj Auto. Okay, so we have these two things side by side. Okay, so left hand side is the time and sales window, right hand side is the technicals that you're following. Okay, the pivot lines you see here, right? R1, R2, R3. Okay, so at this, let's say for example at this point of time the script has breached R3 and has closed above it. So we get an idea that since it has breached a particular resistance level, okay, that is nothing but R3, it has all the chances to move up further. Now at this point in time you will think of going long, right? So at this point you need to have a look on the sales and on the times and sales window, and you should see some big numbers here. As I said, for example, you see 200, 300, like the first order will be 200, the second order might be 300, the third order might be 100, the fourth order might be 400. Okay, so there is no hard and fast rule for the numbers, but the numbers will be big, and if you're using the time and sales window on a regular basis, you should be able to figure out what is that big number all about. Okay, so if you see those big numbers here, that is one point, and the second point is the order speed will increase. Okay, like the orders actually will be coming in really fast over here. Okay, so this is the hint to you that the buyers are interested in this stock at this particular price, and it has all the chances to move up. Okay, so that is how you relate the time and sales window with your technicals, and you take the long position and trade. Okay, so this was all about it. Okay, so that's it guys. I mean there is a bit more to it, as this topic is not that easy to master. Okay, we have other things like the level 2 reading, we have bid ask spreads, what are the spreads, okay, things like that, but those are the topics that needs more explanation and are out of scope as far as this video is concerned. Okay, so I'm not covering them up right now. Okay, but be rest assured that whatever I have discussed here is sufficient for you, is sufficient to be used in the live market for the short-term trades in day trading. Okay, so hope this topic was helpful guys, and the things that you need to remember is it always needs a lot of practice, a lot of dedication and consistency to master something. Okay, so have those things implemented into your daily routine, and no one can stop you from being a profitable trader. Okay, that's it for now guys, and as always I would request you all to please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also join in my Discord channel and participate in the various stuffs over there. Okay, so all the links are present in the description section of the video. You can have a look over there. Okay, and yep, you all take care, have a good night's sleep, bye bye. Also, to remind you about the upcoming live webinar classes that are starting from 14th of July 2018. So the registrations are open right now. The guys have already started joining in. Okay, please do note that it's a first come first serve basis, because we take only minimum number of guys, okay, so that we can pay attention individually. Okay, so decide for yourself and join in to learn more. Okay, so the classes start from 14th of July 2018. Thank you.